Picture Detroit in 1963. The space race is reshaping America. Jets symbolize the future, and Chrysler is preparing to hand ordinary families the keys to one of the strangest cars ever built. From the outside, the bronze coupe looks like a machine designed for the jet age. Its body was shaped by Ghia in Turin, Italy, then paired with a chassis and powertrain engineered by Chrysler in Detroit. But the real revolution was under the hood. There was no conventional piston engine. This car was powered by a regenerative gas turbine. A piston engine depends on cylinders, valves, connecting rods, and thousands of precisely timed movements. Chrysler's turbine took a very different approach. Air entered a compressor, fuel was burned in a continuous stream, and expanding gas spun a turbine that delivered power to the wheels. The fourth-generation engine had roughly 80% fewer moving parts than a conventional piston engine. That promised less vibration, simpler maintenance, and a remarkably smooth driving experience. It was also unusually flexible about fuel. Demonstrations show that the turbine could run on gasoline, kerosene, and other combustible liquids. At a time when futuristic technology was a national obsession, the idea sounded irresistible, a sleek family car with the heart of an aircraft. Chrysler did more than display the car at an auto show. In 1963 and 1964, the company assembled 50 turbine cars for a large public experiment. Selected households borrowed them and used them in real traffic, on ordinary roads, in ordinary weather. Smithsonian records note that families in the Baltimore and Washington areas took turns driving the museum's surviving example. Across the program, the cars accumulated more than 1 million test miles. Drivers noticed what Chrysler's engineers had promised. The turbine was exceptionally smooth. It produced little vibration, required less routine maintenance, and delivered a sound unlike a normal automobile. The engine produced about 130 horsepower, respectable for a large American coupe of the period, but daily life exposed problems that a dramatic showroom demonstration could not hide. The first was throttle response. A turbine needs time to build speed, so drivers experienced a noticeable delay between pressing the accelerator and feeling the car move. That lag mattered in stop-and-go traffic, where a family car needs immediate, predictable response. The second problem was fuel economy. The Henry Ford reports mileage of only about 11 to 11.5 miles per gallon. Turbines could operate efficiently at steady speed, but city driving was another story. Frequent slowing, idling, and accelerating erased much of the theoretical advantage. Then came emissions. The turbine's exhaust created environmental challenges that became harder to ignore as American regulations tightened. A powertrain that was mechanically elegant still had to be economical, responsive, clean, affordable, and easy to manufacture at scale. The Chrysler Turbine car could not satisfy all of those demands at once. The public test ended, and the bronze coupes never entered mass production. Chrysler continued experimenting with turbine power for years, but the dream of a jet-powered car in every driveway faded. Calling it a simple failure misses the point. Chrysler put 50 radical prototypes into the hands of real customers and gathered more than 1 million miles of evidence. That is an extraordinary engineering experiment. The car proved that a turbine could power a comfortable road vehicle. It also revealed exactly why technical possibility is not the same as commercial success. Today, surviving turbine cars preserve a moment when the automobile industry was willing to rethink the engine from first principles. They remind us that the future rarely disappears because one idea is foolish. More often, it disappears because a beautiful idea collides with a dozen practical constraints. The Chrysler Turbine car was smooth, simple, flexible, and unforgettable. It was also slow to respond, thirsty, and difficult to reconcile with the world that was coming. So was it a failed car or one of history's most successful experiments? This is Torque Files. Subscribe for more stories hiding under the hood.